So I'm just in Saltaire, another weekend with the sun, cycling around. And I've just recently returned from a couple of trips to Leeds, one last weekend and one yesterday in fact. Very mixed results. First weekend, last Saturday, I consider it's quite a failure really. I didn't really get any images what I'd pre-visualised. I'll be brutally honest and say it hasn't really worked out as yet in the morning session. Yesterday was different. I didn't video it apart from a single video clip. Very much different sort of styles and approaches, i.e. first week was more straight from camera JPEGs, yesterday was more raw. The biggest question is there such thing as a failure? Looking back now from last weekend, it was more a question of experimenting, finding out what I'm comfortable with, what works and what doesn't. Still pretty new to the environment at Leeds City Centre, so just gathering my thoughts, just getting an idea of where places were. I'm not a type of person like a Bruce Gilden type of person where I go up to someone's face and shoot their photograph hoping for that reaction, that human reaction, facial expression, etc. I'm just not comfortable doing that. I mean, the guy actually used a flash gun as well. I know my last trip in Manchester I tried a variety of different types of shooting, and I'm definitely edging towards the more architectural stuff, using the urban lines, steps, railings, man-made structures, but also including the human element as well, just to give that character. But when I say human element, there's got to be some mystery about it. So not the full photograph or the full view of the pedestrian human being, but maybe just a part, legs, arms, etc. Maybe in the distance. I don't know. I'm in the Whitehall area, which is basically between the Leeds, Liverpool, Canal and River Aire. Very similar to Saltaire. I say get my eye in, just to get myself in the environment, just to relax a bit, because I always start with a little bit of jingly nerves in the urban environment. There's people involved, you know, unexpected, I don't know. I'll ease into it. I'm not even taking the cover off my camera yet. I'm going to shoot raw most of the days. That's another thing. In Manchester video, I was flitting between JPEGs and raw. I'm going to shoot raw, but also later on today I'm going to do like a photo walk session. What I mean by that is where I choose just JPEG straight out of the camera. But I'm not shooting raw, obviously it gives you that flexibility. With no direct light, he says, as the sun breaking through. I'm not expecting light and shadows. I'm just going to play around this area, getting my eye in, using the natural environment and also the urban lines and curves as well. Sticking with the user defined mode, 500th of a second f8. Right, camera at the ready, the cover is finally off, strapped to the wrist. There we go. Now I know I said I'd be shooting at 500th of a second. Yeah, I've actually preset a mode called my urban slow, something like that, where it's a slower shutter speed, where I can take my time with composing. That'll give me the free movement, totally manual as well. My other mode has a semi-automatic mode where there's auto ISO. I'm talking technical stuff here. Let's just take some pictures. See, already I've changed. You know, earlier on I said I've got a slow urban setting where it's completely manual. I've changed it already. I've changed it to auto ISO. So still on f8, 50th of a second, But I'm thinking, I'm not one to loiter about. I'm in an urban environment. I feel most comfortable just moving about. Having said that, in my mind, I want to find a conversation and wait there for the optimum moment, you know, the right pedestrian coming in, so I'm being distracted by this. This is what I like. It's obvious, isn't it? Turn the camera on. Stuff like that. But yeah, when I go into the city centre, it's quiet at the moment, there's not many people about, but I'm looking for posters. Ideal, that's the ideal urban element where you've got a facial expression and then the right person comes into view. May not happen. That's the excitement of urban photography, and it is exciting. It gives that thrill. Yes, there's a little bit of nerves at the start, but once you get into it, it's fine. But there's so much difference. Look at this, stuff like this. Almost 3 characters. I'm here for a few hours, so I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to grab some coffee, a bit of food as well, just enjoy myself. I've come on the bus, £2 here, £2 back. Why not? Just let's get into that feel of things. I really need to stop chatting and start snapping. So this is typical, isn't it? Thought I'd come away from Lake District where there's more chance of getting rain. It's raining. So I temporarily packed the GR3 away because it's a bit sensitive with water. Cruise, I need to watch what I'm doing here. Probably to a coffee shop. I remember the last time I was here, I shot this before. I don't know what it is. Some sort of architectural structure of legs. And obviously, ideally, the right image would to include pedestrians' legs, maybe going the other way, for a bit of contrast. The issue I've got is it's high up. A bit of a height advantage here, but it's going to be quite hard. Something to come back to and work around, but it's that sort of thing that I'm looking at. Posters. Right, let's get into some shelter. Just walking down Brigget, which is in the heart of the Leeds city centre, looking for posters, mannequins, something with a bit of character to come back to. It's going to be difficult, but I'm just getting my eye in. Got a bit of light. Oh yes, I'm at the hedgerow, just come up Park Row. I don't know why I'm saying this if you don't know Leeds, but yeah, we've got a nice bit of light. Blue sky, in fact. Might just stick around here. I'll be brutally honest and say it hasn't really worked out as yet in the morning session. It's about dinner time. I've had a bit of refreshment. Coffee, cookie, quick sandwich at Waterstones. Read a few photography books, hoping for a bit of inspiration. What it is, I've been waiting for the optimum moments which haven't really transpired. You know, setting the scene up, whether it be billboards, different posters, waiting for the right person to enter. Today, this morning, it's been a series of, I'd say, failed opportunities, or failed takes as it were. The sun is out, he says, as the clouds has gone in, so we've got light and shadow, so I'm going to rely on the old faithful and take that off and turn to a bit of high contrast black and white squares. Already I've taken a few snaps and already I feel at ease. This is what it's all about, isn't it? And be patient, street photography, which I'm not really, because I'm quite quick firing. That's my technique. That's what I prefer to shoot, how I prefer to shoot, or quick fire black and white high contrast JPEGs. That's what I'm going to go with now. So yeah, a little disappointed with session 1. I didn't really come away with what I wanted. I had some good ideas in mind. Just waiting for the right characters, the right moments to fall into the right place using the posters, etc. But that will come. But what I have learned, especially in the urban scene, street stuff, there's a lot of waiting about. Is it really my approach? Day 2 was more successful, I'd say. I took my time actually, got to Leeds again on the bus, went to visit the gallery, got a little bit of inspiration there, and came out of the gallery and the skies were really forbidding, moody, took a few shots, and then the heavens opened, started to rain, quite heavy rain actually, which led to some quite interesting shots.